On June 23rd, 2020, 2 years ago today, Minecraft released the 1.16 update. Unbeknownst to Mojang, this update would change Minecraft speedrunning forever. In this video, I'm going to be going over the evolution of speedrunning in this version over the last 2 years. Minecraft 1.16, also known as the Nether update, added 4 new biomes, changed zombie pigmen, and added a few new structures. Almost everything in this update benefited speedrunning. Some in a big way, others in smaller, less important ways. When this update was released, it didn't take players long to realize that piglins had a chance to trade ender pearls if you gave them gold. From what I can tell, the first 2 speedrunners to beat this version were OgMoeforreal and RealBenex, both on the 26th of June. Benex is a well-known speedrunner, as well as, at the time, the 1.9 to 1.15 speedrun world record holder. OgMoeforreal hasn't submitted a run in over a year. Benex had a time of 24 minutes and 32 seconds, while OgMoeforreal had a significantly slower time of 1 hour and 31 minutes. Funnily enough, the first speedrun I completed was also 1 hour and 31 minutes. It is impossible to tell who submitted the run first because Benex's run date was nearly a month after the leaderboard date. The video was, however, uploaded on the 26th. OgMoeforreal's run claims to be the first submitted run, and it was submitted on the same date Benex's video was released. If this made no sense, I'm sorry. Seeing that in the first few days of the version's release, the mod team decided to split the leaderboards into 3 main categories. Before their split, there were 2 categories, pre 1.9 and 1.9+. After the split, 1.9 became 1.9 to 1.15, and 1.16 was added in the third bar. This was a wise decision because on July 3rd, 2020, NiceTwice had beaten the 1.9 to 1.15 world record by over a minute in 1.16. The first cheated run came soon after this run, with Drem's fake 1909 speedrun. Many more would follow. Essentially, Drem spliced the runs so that he could play on a set seed. This was discovered when verifiers noticed the loading screen on their instances didn't align with the loading screen on Drem's. Looking back on this, I think it's kind of funny because a 1909 run now would barely put the runner in the top 1000. If you want to watch a more in-depth video on the subject, I will link a video to Zyphon's analysis on this in the description. NiceTwice's world record stood for over a month until August 8th when TheeSizzler beat it with a time of 1941. This marked the historic event for Minecraft speedrunning because it was the first time Minecraft had been beaten in under 20 minutes on a random seed.
We fucking did it! We did it!
At this time, almost 300 runs had been verified on the leaderboard. The second sub 20 was achieved by NiceTwice on the 1st of September. With a time of 1951, this run put him second in the world. On December 9th, Dimeax got the world record with a time of 1937. Fast forward 20 days and there are now 5 sub 20s. While most of these were PBs by top runners, 2 runners, Kouriway and Korbanoes, emerged. Kouriway with 1928 in 4th place, and Korbanoes in 1st with 1456. This was not only the first sub 15, but it destroyed the former world record by 2.5 minutes. Up until about this point, speedrunners were mining nether gold ore and then crafting it into ingots, and finally trading them to piglins for pearls. They used version 1.16.1 because it gave them a higher chance of getting pearls as a trade. The odds of rolling pearls in 1.16.1 are about 4.73% for 4 to 8. In 1.16.2+, however, the odds of getting ender pearls are about 2.8% for 2 to 4. Up until about that point, that is. A speedrunner known as Twags had been developing strategies, and I had noticed that bastions could have speedrunner potential. While most runners would see a bastion and be disappointed because it wasn't a fortress, Twags saw potential. He developed several routes for each of the 4 bastions, and it became the new meta. One of the first runners to use Twags' bastion strats was a runner previously mentioned, Couriway. On November 3rd, Kouriway achieved a time of 14:36 using the newfound bastion strats. The bastion he ran was Pigface. Wait, no. Bridge. Soon after this, Kouriway also got the 1.14 world record. One top speedrunner at this time was Dream. He was running the 1.16 category for sub 25. In early October, Dream was able to get 1925. However, some speedrunners in the community have been watching Dream and I had noticed he had some unusually high piglin barters and blaze rates. The mod team investigated 6 of his previous live streams and came to the conclusion that his piglin trades were 1 in 7.5 trillion. Dream speedruns were taken off the leaderboard. This marked the first major controversy in 1.16 history. Kouriway's world record seemed unbeatable for a long time. However, on January 30th, 2021, Reignex finally broke the record. With a time of 14:07, he was the 3rd player to get a sub 15. Reignex held the world record until February 13th, when something that had never happened in Minecraft speedrunning history happened. There was a tie. A speedrunner and former Skyblock player known as Zylenox acquired a time of 14:05. However, as Zylenox said,
there was a lot of complication between my time and Reignex's time, with like retimes and pausing and different little rules. But what me, Reignex, and the mod team decided to do was just tie the world record instead. There were just too many reasons why my time was ahead of his or his time was ahead of mine.
Because of this, the speedrun mods decided to tie the runs. Unlike Kouriway's record, this only lasted for 9 days. A veteran speedrunner, Illumina, was able to get a 13:53 without using F3. Especially for 1.16, the F3 menu has become increasingly important, and not just being able to get a good time, but beating everyone else in the category without F3 is insane. Some players didn't think Illumina's world record should be verified because he was using Fabric API, which is a banned mod, but as Kouriway put it,
dude, if anyone, I know why you're bringing it up, and I like appreciate it. But if anyone tries to hold that against Illumina, I need them to like calm down and try and get a sub 1 hour time first before they hold that against Illumina.
Regardless of some opposition, the run was verified, and for the time being, Illumina held the world record. Illumina's record only lasted a day until TwoLetterName was able to beat it not once, but twice. Yeah, you heard me right, twice. A day after Illumina's record, TwoLetterName got a 13:52, and then only a day later, he beat it again with a time of 12:12. While all of this was going on, a speedrunner known as K4Y4, or K4 for short, had noticed that bastions had a lot of entities in them. Using this knowledge, combined with the F3 menu, K4 used the E counter combined with 30 FOV to find bastions. When a player looks in the direction of a bastion, the E counter spikes. This is called E-ring. Using this strategy, FE666 got the first ever sub 12 with a time of 11:50. The seed he rolled featured a ruined portal inside of a village house, as well as showcased the E-ray technique. Again, only lasting days, this record was destroyed by TheeSizzler, who you might remember as the first player to get a sub 20 on a random seed. The new record was 11:07. Sizzler didn't stop with one sub 12 though, he proceeded to get an 11:59 3 weeks later. With this new time, Sizzler had 2/3 of the sub 12s in the community. After Sizzler's run, many in the speedrun community believed that a sub 10 speedrun on a random seed was possible. Finally, on April 19th, 2021, the Scottish speedrunner Brentilda was able to do the impossible. With a time of 9:36, Brentilda achieved the first ever sub 10 random seed speedrun. The run started in a village. After getting tools, food, and killing the golem, Brentilda entered the nether at 2:51. To his left, there was a Soul Sand Valley fortress, and to his left, there was a housing bastion. This is the best structure combination. The Soul Sand Valley is the best biome for fortresses because it has increased mob spawns. Housing is the best bastion because of its speed. After getting pearls and other important resources, Brentilda pearled to the SSV fortress and got an insane amount of blazes. Here in the run, Brentilda had noticed a fossil formation. This fossil was special though. Because it had generated in the 00 chunk, using a chart developed by NinjaBrain, Brentilda was able to locate the exact position of the stronghold. Using this information, Brentilda made his portal.
Dude.
Brentilda blinded right into the stronghold. Not just into the stronghold, but right next to the portal room. Brentilda entered the end at 8:19. After a fast perch, he one-cycled the dragon and finished the run in 9:36.
What? Dude. Oh my god.
After Brentilda's run, there was a small dispute. Not about Brentilda's run so much, but about how the run was done. You see, Brentilda got a 9:36 in-game time, but had over 11 minutes in real time. This was because Brentilda paused a lot to think about the run. In the end, Brentilda's time wasn't retimed, but the runner's pauses would henceforth be retimed. Brentilda's record was uncontested for a long time. However, 4 months later, on August 26th, a runner who has already been mentioned, Illumina, rolled an insane seed. Similar to Brentilda's, the run's nether held a Soulsand Valley bastion with a housing bastion. Unlike Brentilda's record, however, he did Fortress first. Illumina blinded in the bastion and found his way to the stronghold. With nearly flawless navigation, he entered the nether at 7:41, 40 seconds faster than Brentilda. Despite this, Illumina got extremely unlucky and couldn't finish the run until 10:53 because of the perch. A previously mentioned strat developer, TwoLetterName, made a video using the new end fight he had developed. Essentially, the player needed to build up on a pillar near the dragon, and then the dragon would cycle around the pillar. The player would need to place beds at specific times to eventually kill the dragon. This strategy was called zero cycling. With this strategy, TwoLetterName was able to prove Illumina could have easily gotten an 8:58 if he had used the strategy. Soon after this, a top runner known as Floby was speedrunning. They rolled an insane seed and were able to blind at 530x. There are a few suspicious things about this run, however, mainly movement and high rolling. Soon after the run, mods asked Floby why they had begun the run with the loading screen, not the world creation. Floby claimed to have been using the auto reset mod, which skips the world creation menu. But the mod also has a small bar in the options menu so that the runner can exit the macro. Floby's run did not have that. After asking for Floby's game logs, they noticed that Floby had been running the same seed over and over again. Eventually, the lie fell apart and Floby admitted to cheating most of their top runs, though most of the community believed that all were cheated. Floby's runs were removed from the leaderboards. If you want to watch a more in-depth video on this topic, I'll leave a link to the subject in the description. A lot of time passed. Several people, including DKMO6, Korbanoes, NiceTwice, and most notably, Muligi with a time of 10:02, were able to get extremely close to sub 10, however no one could break it. Runners were beginning to get discouraged and burnt out of speedrunning, so the speedrun mods ran a poll. Unban calculators or keep them banned. A little over 50% of the community voted to unban them, so they were. While many top runners were against calculators, they were forced to use them because the time loss was too much if they didn't. The stronghold distance calculators led to faster times, and on January 23, 2020, Cube 1337X was able to get the second ever sub 10. Not only did he get sub 10, he destroyed Brentilda's world record with the time of 9:08. At the time of recording, this is the world record.
Oh my fucking god, dude. Oh my fucking god, dude. Holy shit, dude. Oh my fucking god. Holy fuck, dude. Oh my fucking god.
While several runners were now able to get sub 10, one runner in specific was able to completely destroy the category, Crookst. This player was not able to get 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 sub 10s, 936, 944, 949, and 956. With these, he has almost half of the sub 10s ever obtained. Several other runners were able to get sub 10s, including EvanKae with 931, Andrew Crow with 953, Shy with 924 using bottom treasure, and one more. Shy's time was eventually retimed to 938. Have you ever been in Minecraft in hardcore? You probably have, but it took you several hours and was extremely difficult. While one speedrunner, Nebula SR, was able to beat Minecraft in under 10 minutes on hardcore mode. This is a hardcore mode world record, and I would be very surprised if it's beaten anytime soon. And so our story ends for now. 2 years after Minecraft 1.16 was released, the top time has gone from 25 minutes to 9, with almost 10 sub 10 speedruns and over 400 sub 15s. From the first sub 20 by TheeSizzler, to the first sub 15 by Korbanoes, to the first sub 10 by Brentilda. From shooting down every crystal to killing the dragon as soon as it perches, to killing it even before it can perch. From mining nether gold to getting gold from a bastion. Minecraft speedrunning has changed so much over the past 2 years, and I personally am excited for another year. Thanks for watching. If you've watched this far, I really appreciate it. If you want to check out anyone mentioned in this video, I'll leave a link to them in the description. We actually got a stack of subscribers recently, which is insane for me. I really appreciate everyone who watches my video and subscribes. I hope you enjoyed the video. Goodbye.